Most people are afraid of being alone, not because they dislike silence, but because silence forces them to hear themselves. In a world addicted to noise, approval, and distraction, being alone feels like punishment. But to Niccolo Machiavelli, the most misunderstood strategist in history, being alone was never a weakness. It was a position of power. Because the one who can stand alone cannot be controlled. Now, society teaches you to fear isolation. From childhood, you are rewarded for fitting in, punished for standing out, and terrified of being left behind. Likes, followers, group chats, status. These are not just social tools, they are psychological chains. The more you depend on others for validation, the more power you give away. Machiavelli understood something brutal about human nature. Most people do not follow truth. They follow comfort. And comfort comes from numbers. That is why crowds feel safe, and solitude feels dangerous. But safety has never created greatness. Only independence has. Machiavelli believed that true power comes from self-reliance. A leader who depends on approval is a leader who can be manipulated. A mind that fears being alone will always seek permission to think. That is why isolation is so powerful. When you are alone, you are no longer performing, no longer explaining, no longer trying to be liked. You are thinking, planning, observing. This is where strategy is born. This is where weak people get uncomfortable and strong people become dangerous. In the modern world, solitude has been replaced by distraction. Every moment of silence is filled with scrolling. Every moment of boredom is filled with noise. But Machiavelli would see this as a trap, because the person who cannot sit with their own thoughts cannot master their own future. The more time you spend alone, the more you begin to understand patterns in people, in systems, in yourself. And once you understand patterns, you can predict outcomes. That is power. Leaders are not created in crowds. They are created in isolation. In the quiet moments where fear is faced, doubt is challenged, and discipline is built. When you stop chasing attention, attention starts to chase you. When you stop seeking approval, people begin to respect you, because nothing is more threatening than someone who does not need anything from you. Machiavelli would say this clearly: if you are alone, you are not falling behind. You are separating yourself from the herd. And history has never been written by the herd. It has always been written by the ones who were brave enough to stand alone.